Middlesex University continues to expand its presence here in the UAE with a multi-site campus in Dubai Knowledge Park and now in Dubai International Academic City. Well, let's speak now to Dr. Cedwyn Fernandes, who is Pro-Vice-Chancellor of Middlesex University and Director of Middlesex University Dubai. Dr. Cedwyn, how has the global pandemic changed the higher education sector, do you think?
So the higher education sector is one of the last sectors to be impacted by the technological revolution and disruption. And in spite of what is being said, I don't think there has been too much of disruption. Because, for example, what I believe is that education is a social process. Learning is a social process. So yes, technological changes were fast-forwarded during the pandemic, and we took a lot of advantage of these technological support. But still, learning and education, what we have found out in the last 1.5 years, requires teachers, requires lecturers, requires that social interaction within classes. And we are finding that after 1.5 years, that, whether it is the parents or the students or, teachers, everybody wants to go back to the classroom.
So you've just launched a new campus here in Dubai. Is the physical infrastructure of college campuses still relevant?
So, yeah, that's really a good question in the sense that, economies are suffering world over, and there are a lot of challenges to travel. But one of the biggest advantages of the United Arab Emirates and Dubai is that we are ahead of the vaccination curve. And Dubai and the UAE is perceived as a safe destination. So now the UAE was always in transnational education, one of the top 6 destinations in the world. What we find is that international demand is growing. From students who cannot go to many of the Western countries, would like to come to Dubai and the UAE, perceived as not only a safe destination from the pandemic viewpoint, but also from an employment viewpoint where the economy is going to be ahead of the curve in its growth compared to other countries. So we have found a huge demand. We find our student numbers, we expect it to go by 18% up this year.
So, Dr. Fernandes, do you believe having a degree is the key to getting a job, or is the hiring process changing now, do you think?
So again, I've been 40 years in the higher education sector, and this has been always said that university education is overrated and it's not required, but it's always there and it's very strong. How many of the Fortune 500 CEOs don't have a university degree? I think maybe 0.05%. Also, it's made a case that you don't require a university degree. Look at Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or Sachin Tendulkar or Michael Jordan, who dropped out of university. But they didn't drop out of the university because they were not capable or they didn't find it useful. It was just that the opportunity cost of going to the university compared to what they could achieve outside the university was something which is great, and it's quite revealing to know that many of these stars, they actually go to universities and to schools and tell people, don't leave your degree, please complete your degree.
All right, Dr. Cedwyn Fernandes, great to talk to you again. Appreciate your time. Many thanks for that.